My ruminations began when I was in my early teens, maybe 12, but 13, 14. I can't give an exact time, but I remember the experience. I lay in bed at night and I couldn't sleep. I lay there staring at the ceiling, processing what was happening to me. The abuse, the yelling, the screaming, the manipulation, the problems at school, trying to figure out how to be a teenager, which is impossible anyway, made much worse by what was going on, made much worse for me by what was going on at home. And I just couldn't figure it out. I was trying to figure it out, which is insane because abuse can't be figured out. There's no way there can be any rational understanding of abuse, and yet I was trying to figure it out. I was trying to sort my way through everything. Impossible. So I lay in bed and I thought about it and I thought about it and I thought about it. It was like a movie that wouldn't stop. And so I would lay in bed. I lay in bed for hours trying to fall asleep, wanting to fall asleep, not falling asleep until I was just utterly exhausted sometime after midnight, I'm sure. I'm not sure how long this went on. A couple of times, I fell into psychological disorders because of the stress. I overate hot dogs once, but that was a singular episode, and I stepped back from overeating because I didn't want to have an eating disorder. I started obsessively counting once, right? That lasted for 3 days, and I stopped. My mom really wanted me to feel bad because it gave her a sense of self-worth, which is terrible. It's a terrible disorder, sort of a psychological Munchausen by proxy. I went through that for 3 days, and I got out of it by my own volition. But this rumination, this was different. I could not get out of it. I could not figure out how to get out of it. It went on for weeks or months, years. I'm not really sure. One solution I did find when I was young was going to bed exhausted. If I worked myself to death, practically, I could go to sleep because I was exhausted. And I was very tired as a child. I said that to a counselor once. I was exhausted as a child. And she said, I believe it. I mean, stress causes a tremendous amount of exhaustion. But I found that exhaustion was a solution to rumination. And today I even find that that's still a solution, but not the only solution or the best solution. Well, this problem with rumination has followed me throughout my life. I still struggle with it. And I have found solutions. It is good to go to bed tired, right? But physical tiredness isn't enough. There needs to be a mental tiredness as well. So some type of mental and physical labor every day is good. But for people who have gone what I went through, it's important to get it out because it has to have a home outside of you, outside of me, whether it's writing or speaking. Somehow, all the pain has to find a place that isn't here. Because as long as it's here, we will still ruminate. We will still ruminate. The other thing I discovered was mindfulness, retraining the mind. The mind can be retrained. We used to not think that, but now we understand that the mind can be retrained, and that's critically important. I'm not going to do a video on mindfulness right now, but it is just being aware of the present and not judging anything, any thought or feeling that comes, just letting them come, acknowledging them, whatever they are, and letting them go. And just experiencing the world in this moment. It's similar to Zen. It's called mindfulness. But I think it works, and I think that's important. So for me, being tired, a good tiredness, getting everything out, and practicing mindfulness. With those 3 tools or techniques, I've actually begun to control my ruminations. If you think we should speak up about abuse, please subscribe to my channel. If you think my stories will help someone, please like, comment, and share this video.